I'm Neil with the Z.
It's your boy C Bro.
The man Huey D Goon.
And we are
Westside Wasabi. Today we're gonna be reacting to a video, 25 music hot takes from I believe Alfo Media, good YouTuber. Man, let's just go ahead and get on into it, man.
Sir.
Kendrick is the greatest rapper of all time, and by the end of his career, it's not even going to be close.
Personally, I'm gonna let you guys know right now, I 100% agree with this. People gonna say I'm a Kendrick stan. I don't care. K. Dot is miles ahead of any other rapper that you past, present.
even for you, like MF Doom.
Absolutely.
I can't really think of anybody better than him, to be honest.
Kendrick is one of the best artists when it comes to making a full-blown album, painting a picture, tapping into the pop market as well as the mainstream as well as the underground and hardcore rap fans. There's just nobody checks all the boxes off like Kendrick. Only thing he can't really do is sing, but I'm not going to Kendrick to hear singing, so I don't care.
Right. I personally, I can't say that I've ever heard anybody say that man's trash or just like, people. There are songs that you can bump in the club that are Kendrick songs, and then there's songs that you just like, you got to sit down and listen to. And that's the majority of his albums. They create a story, the visuals when he, does videos are always great. And like, he doesn't have a bad project. And a lot of people were disappointed with his most recent album because it's hard to top that. It's hard to top his last 3 projects alone. Like, so I don't know. Man, I mean,
that's because people were expecting
right
club bangers, but the thing is, he does have them on there. Like, you could play those songs in the club. It's just they also have a deeper meaning behind the songs.
Graduation is not in Kanye's top 5 albums.
Whoa! Hold on. Hear him out. Let's hear him out.
It's great, but Barry Bonds is a bottom-tier Kanye track, and the album has less of an emotional punch than a lot of his other stuff. I don't know what my exact order would be, but all of these would definitely be above Graduation. If Maggie Rogers...
Wait. Let me go back.
Beautiful Dark Fantasy.
He would have Yeezus above Graduation? I don't know about that.
Graduation? Like...
Yeezus was cool, but
Yeezus was not better than Graduation. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
The only ones that maybe, and like Graduation, Late Registration, and what's the other one? I can't think of the name right now.
My beautiful dark.
No, his one before that.
808's Heartbreaks.
Nah, in the upper left corner.
College Dropout.
Okay, yeah.
College Dropout, Late Registration, 808 Heartbreak.
That was like, that's the trio. That's his trio. Like that. If he had a basketball team for albums, those would be his big 3.
Oh yeah, greatest first 3 album run.
Like that is that 3 album run is untouched.
It is. I think that 3 album run is probably even better than Kendrick's. And like I said, I'm on Kendrick's nuts. Crucial.
Man, no, that's a terrible take.
What?
That's a Yeezus, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, his take. Yeah. I thought we was.
No, not you.
Going after K.
Like, I wouldn't put Yeezus over it. 808 Heartbreak.
I don't know if I put 808 and Heartbreaks over.
My Beautiful Dark Fantasy. Like, I don't know. Like that's a pretty bad.
No. That's
it's a good album. Like it's definitely like right behind that trio. But
I can put this above Graduation, but I can't I can justify 808s and Heartbreaks. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot justify Yeezus.
Absolutely not.
And this is how long ago was this man?
What?
2020?
Yeah.
So that's before Donda too.
And then people forget about his Jesus is Lord, or just the first Christian album that he made. And then the album with Kid Cudi.
The Life of Pablo, and okay.
See, and then you got Life of Pablo. Like, that was a good project alone. Like, for him to say that's the top 5, that's kind of, I don't know. Because I'm putting Life of
Okay.
Pablo above Yeezus.
Up to 2022, he may have a point. At the time, no.
I don't think there's any way you can say that, and it'd be like legitimate.
Man,
That's a take.
I don't know. I have to come. I don't know.
LP carries most of the weight in Run the Jewels.
Am I the only one here that listens to Run the Jewels?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
Miguel's Kaleidoscope Dream is one of the best albums of the 2010s.
The 2010s?
Miguel was popping.
Miguel,
This album, the best of the. Hold on.
one of the best. I think he said one of the best.
One of the 2010s.
2010s.
That's Miguel. R&B.
Miguel had R&B on lock.
Let me look.
Him and Chris Brown.
Hold on.
For me, they were top two. They were top one.
Let me
was
look
everywhere.
up. Let me look up this album.
Trey Songz.
Because think about it, R&B kind of, for at least from the male side, it kind of started to fall off up until about 2017. Then a few other people, Lucky Day came on the scene.
Jivion.
How many drinks did it take you? Tough. I'd have to listen to this album.
As far as R&B, who in the 2010s was really messing with him? Or
Neo.
Neo wasn't even like that. Neo was past his prime at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Neo is a great artist, but Neo pretty much owned the 2000s.
Are we counting Bruno Mars as R&B?
No.
No? Okay.
Not.
I just asked a question.
I don't count him as R&B until like
If-
the later part.
Yeah. Okay. If that's what we're saying, top R&B artists of the 2010s. Drake was on his R&B tip.
But Drake really.
Miguel is on here.
5 albums.
The Weeknd.
Okay.
Are we gonna?
Okay. So that's why.
Hold on.
One of.
Hold on. Robin Thicke.
Hell no.
John Legend.
John Legend.
John Legend fell off. I'm sorry. He fell off after.
I've never really been a fan of John Legend. So
John Legend started making pop music after 2013.
Neo is on here, and so is Bruno Mars.
After listening to Nostalgia Ultra, Channel Orange, Endless, and Blonde constantly,
Get out.
Whoa.
Bro.
Whoa. All right. Hold on. Whoa.
Get that.
Hold on. Let me hear what he's saying.
for the past few years, I think one of these aged much worse than all the others. A bad album cover helps a bad.
But why?
Why pull Channel Orange?
I don't have much of a take because he didn't give me a why. Why he feels like it didn't age well.
No. You can miss me with that.
That's wild.
Big Sean is truly one of the worst rappers I've ever heard. His
All right, hold on. Let him talk.
lyrics are dreadfully corny, he doesn't have a single decent project, and his commercial success
Dark Sky Paradise was
I think him as I overplayed into the ground.
was tough.
They're like,
Yeah,
Right.
that's a crazy take, bro.
it's wild.
I decided was solid. Dark Sky Paradise was solid.
Is he Grammy worthy? Maybe not, because there's just people better.
Detroit.
There's a lot of people better. His newest album was pretty good.
This video probably came out before Detroit 2, but Detroit 2 is good too.
Oh no,
That's a wild
it's got some crazy takes.
That's a wild take. I could understand. Look, I could understand when people say Big Sean says some corny shit because he does. But like, if you take a corny line and just say he's awful,
Over his whole
Like-
discography,
man, I can't get
I
down.
feel like this man just listened to it, like took a take from somebody else, listened to all of his albums in like a day or so, and it's just like, okay, yeah, this guy's just god awful.
That's
Nah.
that's crazy.
To go through those eras, you have to. The thing about albums is they have an effect on the era that they get released in. So you take an album from 5 years ago, you release it today, it's not gonna have the same effect. But shit's gonna be different. So I don't know. Just going through and listening to his albums, they're good for that time.
I think
Going
he
back, they
captured-
make you go back now, you listen to it, you're like, okay, it doesn't have the same effect. It's not the same.
But like, I can say that'd be like me saying going back and listening to an NWA album and then being like, oh, you know what? Hey, this, nah, this is just for the time. It's not good. Like, well, if I did that, people would be looking like, what?
People would be ready to lock your head. But that's a classic. NWA is a classic.
It is.
When we take somebody that's like,
Has
you
it?
know,
But has it aged? Has it aged well?
people
If I
still play,
It does, but when I go back and listen to old, like real old school rap,
they're not the first that I listen to.
it's
To
like
be real.
I be listening to some songs and be like, "Hey yo,
Like,
this
some
is
of the stuff is kind of just.
this is rough."
And they got those legendary like songs that you're just like, all right,
Which
this is you're gonna be like a legend forever for this one.
yeah, they have. I can't knock their impact on the game, so I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying they're trash. I'm saying that the way music has evolved, it makes it hard to go back and like almost like in sports, it's hard to go back and watch that too. In some instances, I think sports. I don't know. For me, is the best example.
Exactly.
I can't watch the NFL from the 1980s and compare it to 2022. Like, there's no chance. Or even basketball. Like, you see players like Kyrie, Steph Curry, LeBron, KD, like you see these players which the game has evolved and molded into these super athletes and super players.
Gotta keep up.
Hmm?
Gotta keep up.
Yeah. And you try to compare that to like basketball in the 80s and even in some aspects the 90s, it just doesn't compare. And people might be mad at that take, but that's how evolution works.
Like technology. Like, would you want to go back to a flip phone or the phone where like it flips up? I did like the sidekick though, where the screen would flip up. But
I will say
back and doing stuff and
That's
have
a
a
lower
button.
98 Camry.
I'll say my Nokia never broke. I accidentally bit through my screen on my iPhone. I was trying to hold it, pause. I was trying to hold it in my mouth, pause, and all I hear was, and the screen was cracked.
That's crazy.
That sounds like the most ridiculous thing I've ever
It's biting that phone hard.
in my life.
What was you doing?
Yeah, it's tough. Big Sean is awful. That's a bad take.
This is baffling to me. Lil Pump is infinitely more interesting. The world
What is
You did not just say that.
video is this?
You did not just say that.
In the world?
Intriguing.
Video is this?
Yeah, that shit did not age well. I wonder if he ever went back and watched this and was like,
Terrible take.
to Beyonce as a feminist icon, which rightfully so, she's a phenomenal entertainer, but if all was right in the world, I think Janelle Monáe would be at her level of success. She's the superior musician, and when it comes to being a symbol and an icon, her discussion of social and political issues has been much deeper than Beyonce's for a long time.
I can agree with that.
Especially in the beginning.
Whoa. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. But
This guy.
Janelle Monáe, I think I agree with that take.
I said Beyonce was overrated for a long time.
Be up where like Lizzo is.
I
Which
think
is very close to Beyonce, like as far as when I think of how
But is
popular someone
Lizzo
is
Lizzo as mainstream because
recognition.
of her music or because of her antics?
Antics. She can
both.
sing. She can sing. She's very talented. But I think if, let's say we go back 10 years with how the world was, especially towards, plus size overweight women, I don't think it would have got as much movement as it does now, because now we're more accepting of things in that of that nature.
Mm.
But I say if Janelle Monáe and Lizzo literally got famous in the same day, Janelle Monáe would supersede her.
Today?
Today, no. Back then, yeah.
If Janelle Monáe dropped today, she would surpass Lizzo?
No.
Or
No.
no? Okay.
She doesn't have the weight like that anymore.
Mm. Okay.
She, in my opinion, she's a better singer.
People gonna think I'm a Beyonce hater because I got something to say. If Aaliyah had passed away, we would not look at Beyonce in the same light.
I don't hear this.
Okay, let's see what he's talking about with this.
Donald Glover is a very impressive artistic guy, but he's never made a good album, mixtape, EP, whatever. He's a below average rapper.
Stop.
Awaken My Love wasn't bad.
It was great.
Yeah, I overplayed that.
It was great. I don't. That was an R&B album. He got a Grammy for that.
I can understand. So I haven't heard.
He's catchy and
I really haven't heard half of these albums actually.
Camp was cool.
I've heard Camp. I've heard Royalty. I've heard. What is that? What, Because of the Internet? Is that what the name of that is? Right? Or is that somebody else?
I think.
Let me look. Hold on.
I gotta listen to it. I gotta listen to the rest of it. I gotta listen to that one and then.
Because of the Internet.
And finally, any of the
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
I feel like this is maybe his preference,
It is. It's subjective. Music is subjective. That's.
even though it might be wrong sometimes.
Very.
But
Very.
I mean, there's no right or wrong when it comes to being subjective. It's what works for you.
I mean, for me right now. Yeah.
Do we want to listen to why he's making this incredibly bold claim?
these Prince albums are better than any Michael Jackson album. So I hope that was entertaining and everybody can better than any Michael Jackson. Bieber. And finally, any of these Prince albums are better than any Michael Jackson album. So I hope that was entertaining.
Oh.
He just threw that in there. He just threw that in there.
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
talking out the side of his neck now. Like, I mean, he has been the whole time with a lot of his takes, but that
That's crazy.
Prince's 3 albums.
Yeah, one of those 3 albums.
Higher
He says better than any album.
than any album that Michael Jackson has dropped.
Better than Thriller. Better than Bad. Better than Off the Wall.
Unbreakable, like
Wow.
That's a bold claim.
no, he's talking out the side. There's no way he actually thinks that and has listened to all of Michael Jackson's music. Like, who doesn't get up and dance when they hear Michael Jackson? Or knows at least 3 or 4 Michael Jackson songs?
I have to go listen to all these albums now. And now I gotta listen to Miguel's album. I gotta listen to Dark Lane demo tape again. That dude gotta find some Ariana Grande list. I'm just gonna find a few songs.
You're not.
You should listen to Monopoly. You should listen to Seven Rings. I want it. I got it. You like
I
it?
hate
Like it? G-Rings. Just bought it.
I've never heard it.
Yeah. Well, now you heard it, Skip.
That's all. I guarantee you've heard it.
No, the song I hate is My Soul. But I've been hearing that shit for like 3 weeks now. I'm like, bro.
We go to Good Texas Fine. I want to play it. Break my soul. Really should.
Alright, if y'all enjoyed the video, hit the like, hit the subscribe, share it to your friends. Tell us how we're wrong. Tell her how she's wrong about how artists should give more to an album. Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Separate the art from the artist.
Let me know why you think it's important to separate the art from the artist. We want to hear from you. So let us know.
People.
Clip it. Show all your friends. Post it on TikTok and Instagram.
Great.
This has been Westside Wasabi. We out.